Hello students, so today we are going to start a new chapter, chapter number 13, Why do we fall ill? Now in this chapter we are going to discuss what is health and what is the value of the health, what is the importance of the health in our life. Then we are going to discuss how the health is of our body is controlled, what are the factors which decide health. Then we are going to study about the disease and what does a disease look like. Okay, what is a disease, how does it look like, and then we are going to discuss about the different types of diseases based on the duration. Okay, and then we are going to study about the causes of the disease. Okay, and then we are also going to study about the different types of causes, that is infectious and non-infectious diseases. We are going to study, which I've already studied in some of the lower classes, like communicable diseases are there, non-infectious diseases are there. And then we are going to study about the uh, agents which cause the disease, that is the microorganisms. And in the later part of the chapter, we are going to study about the spread of the disease, how the disease spread. Okay, how we can control the spread, and how the microorganism when they enter in our body, how they are going to attack and how are they going to destroy and causes the functioning to become abnormal. And then in the last part of the chapter we are going to study about principles of treatment, how treatment is to be done. And then in the end we are going to study about principles of prevention, how can we prevent the disease, because prevention is better than cure. So this is the overview of the chapter. These are the topics which we are going to discuss and complete in this chapter. So we'll start with the first topic, that what is health. Now we know that we become ill many times in our lifetime. Till now you are in ninth class, so you must be 13 or 14 years of age. You might have become sick 3 or 4 times, or maybe one time in a year. This is normal. So we get sick. Nowadays we see around us, we have a pandemic condition, that is of coronavirus is causing COVID-19, and all are taking precautions so that they can protect and prevent the disease. Okay, protect themselves and prevent the disease from spreading. But then also it is spreading with a huge number. So in this context we have to keep in mind and we have to prepare ourselves that we should follow the guidelines given by the government, that we should not come in contact with the coronavirus, so that we can prevent the disease and we can prevent the spreading is also dangerous. Means many of us are immune, many of us has a strong immunity, but all of us has does not have a strong immunity. So we cannot prevent the disease, and we can easily transfer the disease from one person to another person. Okay, so in this context we are going to study about why do we fall ill. So we have fallen ill many times, and we know what does a disease. When we fall ill, we have fever, we have headache, we have constipation, we have body ache, and different symptoms are there. And all these symptoms we are aware of, that we are going to just study about all those things. Now the first topic which we are going to study here is health. So what is health? Now, if I ask you what is health, now many of you will simply give the answer that health means when we are fit and when we are doing all the work normally without without any problem, then we say we are fit and we are physically fit, we say we are healthy. Okay, but there is a definition given by the World Health Organization. So when we talk about our fitness, we just talk about our physical health. Okay, but the health is a broader topic, is a broader term. It not only includes our physical health, but it also includes our mental health and our social health. Now mental health means what we think, how our thinking process is there. Now if you compare your thinking with the thinking of the terrorist who wants to just terrorize the people, who wants to kill the people and then terrorize them. So In my opinion, this is what I am thinking. In my opinion, your health, if I talk about the students of class ninth, your health and the your mental health and the mental health of a terrorist, there is a quite difference is there. I don't think the terrorists are mentally healthy because they are not thinking right. Their thinking is not correct. They want to destroy the things, they want to kill the people. So if they have destructive thinking, so that is not a mentally, that is not a sign of a mentally healthy person. And then the another aspect of health is social health. What is social health? Social health, we are you have studied that man, human beings are social animals. We live in a society. We are not living alone in a jungle. We are not living on a tree. We are living in colonies. Colonies made by many people living together. Okay, so we are social animals and we should be able to live in a society. If we are healthy, we should have friendliness with each and everyone. Social harmony, equality with each and everyone is very important for social health. If we simply keep on fighting with others, it means that we are not socially fit. We cannot live in a society. If we abuse others, if we think bad about others, so it means that we are not socially fit. And we should not consider one is greater than other and we are superior, others are inferior. That is not the social healthy, that is not the thinking of a socially healthy person. So health is not only related to our body, but it is also related to our thinking and to our behavior, how we behave in a society. So what is health? Health is a state of mental, physical, and social well-being. So you can underline this definition in your NCRT and write in your book, in your notebook as your note. Okay, so health is a state of mental, physical, and social well being. You can see here. Health is therefore a state of being well physically, mentally, and socially. Okay. So, health is a state of mental, physical, and social well being. So, health is a broader term. Okay. Now, let us talk about how our health is affected by different things. So, we can see here the factors which can control health or which can regulate health. So we will see that personal and community issues both matter for health. So what do you mean by personal issues? Now if we see personal issues, it means that our personal hygiene, okay, how we keep ourselves clean, how we keep our surroundings clean. We have to wear clean clothes, we have to uh, drink clean water, we have to wash our hands before eating the food, before drinking the water, keep our surroundings clean. And then if we talk about our community, we have to keep our community also neat and clean. So if a community is polluted, where the place where you live is having a lot of pollution, then you cannot maintain your health. So health does not depends upon only our personal hygiene, it also depends upon our social environment, where the place where we live. Okay, so if health means a state of physical, mental, and social well being. It cannot be something that each one of us can achieve entirely on our own. We cannot achieve it. The health of the organism will depend upon their surrounding or their environment. Already, I have told you. The environment includes the physical environment, the place where we live, our surroundings, atmosphere. So health is at risk in a cyclone in many ways. So if you are in a cyclone hit area, if you are in an area where landslide has occurred, if you are in an area where more patients of coronavirus is there, then it is your health is at risk. So human beings live in societies. Our social environment is also an important factor deciding our health. Okay, so our health is dependent on number one, our personal hygiene, number two, our social environment. Okay, and then we talk about cleanliness, the public cleanliness. Number three is also very important. If our surroundings are clean, if somebody is coming and to take the garbage from our home and dumping it in a safe place, then our surroundings will remain clean and will remain healthy for long time period. So if there are no waste disposal system in our society, then the waste will get accumulated. Our household waste, industrial waste will get accumulated, and it will cause pollution, and this pollution will lead to poor health. So all these are very important. Now let us see, we need food to be healthy. Yes, we need food. If we are not eating food, we don't have energy to fight against the microorganisms. So we need food to be healthy. And how we get the food? When we do the work, we get the money, we earn the money, and then we buy the food from that. So if the family is not able to earn, if the person is not able to earn, then he or she may not be healthy, because he me or she may not be able to buy the food. So in order to be healthy, we need to have job. So good economic condition are important for good health. So what is this here? This food will be earned by doing work. For this, opportunity to do work has to be available. Okay, so this is very important. So economic condition is related to health. Then we live in a society, I already told you, if there is social equality and harmony are there, so they are also necessary for individual health. Means we think each and everyone equal, means we are mentally healthy. And if we have friendliness with each and everyone living in our neighborhood, it means that we are healthy. So good economic condition is important so that we can buy the food, and social equality and harmony is also important to maintain our individual health. So these are the factors on which health depends. So I will repeat the factors, you just write the factors in your textbook. So the factors which are important for health is: number 1, our personal cleanliness; number 2, public cleanliness; number 3, our social environment; number 5 number 4 is good economic conditions; and the number 5 is social equality and harmony are important for our health. Okay, now what is difference between disease and healthy and disease free? Distinction between healthy and disease free. So let us try to understand the concept of health and disease free. Now suppose if I say I am not having any disease, if I say, if I get up in the morning and I feel absolutely normal, so I will say I am not having any disease, I am physically fit. Okay, but if my thinking is negative, if my thinking is bad, if I think in a wrong way, if I mistreat others, and if I mistreat the people who are living around me, or if I abuse them, it means I am physically fit, I am not having any disease, but my mental health is not okay. I am not mentally healthy. So, what will I say to the person like that? I will say that the person is physically fit, disease free, but not healthy, because he is not behaving normally in the society. So this, so healthy means we have to be fit in all the ways, means socially, mentally, and physically. And disease free means we are physically fit, we don't have any health issues, we don't have any problems in our body. So disease, if you look at the word disease, disease means disturbed ease. So when our comfort is disturbed, let me write here, disease means, disease, we can divide this word into two parts: disturbed ease. Ease means comfort. So when our comfort is disturbed, we say we have a disease. Means when we are not feeling comfortable, when something is wrong in our body, something is not normal in our body. Like for example, when we get up in the morning, sometimes we are having headache. So if we are having headache, it means we are not feeling comfortable, we are having some problem in our body, then we call it as a disease. So let us see what is disease free means here. So what do we mean by health? What do we mean by disease? The word is actually self-explanatory. Disease means disturbed ease. So disease in other words literally means being uncomfortable. However, the word is used in a more limited meaning. We talk about the disease when we can find a specific and particular cause for discomfort. So when we talk about a disease, we say that okay, you are having a disease. Why? Because you are having this virus or this bacteria or this worm living in your body. So whenever you find a cause of the disease, cause of a discomfort, we call it as a disease. If we don't find the cause of the discomfort, we don't call it as a disease. We just say that you are just feeling uncomfortable. Now, being healthy is, the term health is different for different individuals. Let us take an example. If you are a dancer, suppose you are a dancer, so being healthy means you are able to dance properly, whether you can uh, whether you can listen or whether you can not listen, that is not a matter. But if you are able to dance properly, it means that you are healthy to dance. You can uh, move your body in different positions. If you are a singer, okay, and if your voice is okay, it means you are able to sing, it means that you are healthy. So health for a singer means his voice should be okay. He, if even if he is a blind person, if he is a crippled person, he cannot walk, he cannot see, then also if he is able to sing, it means for him health means his throat. Health is related to his throat only, not to his eyes or ears or legs. Any other part of the body is having any problem, then also he is feeling healthy, because why? He is able to sing. So suppose you are a you are a musician, okay, so you play flute or any other instrument. So suppose you play flute. Now as long as you have a lot of air in the lungs, you can easily breathe and you can easily blow into the flute and produce sound. So health for a person who is playing flute is, it means that he is able to blow the air. So if you are able to blow the air into the flute, it means you are healthy. So health is different for different people. The meaning of the word health is different for different people. Let us see here. So we can now easily see that it is possible to be in poor health without actually suffering from a particular disease. So we can be in poor health without having any disease. Simply being not disease is not same as being healthy. Okay, so good health for a dancer means he is able to stretch his body into difficult and graceful positions. On the other hand, good musician may mean enough breathing capacity and to play the flute. So health, what is health means? Health is different for different individuals. So we can modify word health according to our needs. To have the opportunity to realize the unique potential in all of us is also necessary for real health. Now what does this mean? This means that whatever we want to do, if we are able to do, it means that we are healthy. And if we are not able to do those things which we want to do, it means that we are not fit to do that. It means we are not having proper health to do that. It does not mean that we are having a disease. Now disease simply means whenever we have any microorganism attacking the body and causing the discomfort, that we call it as a disease. But if you are having a headache because you cannot sleep in the night, it does not mean that you are having a disease. Being having headache is not a disease. Why? Because you cannot sleep in the night. It is not because of any virus or any bacteria or any other worm. It can be because of any other reason. So having headache is not a disease, neither it is a healthy condition. Okay, so if we are having a headache, it means that we are not feeling well, we are feeling discomfort, so we can say that we are not feeling healthy. But we cannot say that we are having a disease. Why? Because there is no cause of the disease, of cause of the headache. So whenever we have a cause, like bacteria is causing headache or virus is causing headache or any other worm is causing headache, then we say we have a disease. If we have any other reason for having a headache, we don't call it as a disease. Disease can only be said when we find a particular reason behind it. If there is no particular reason behind it, we don't say that it is a disease. That is written here, if you can see here. However, the word is used in a more limited meaning. We talk of a disease when we can find a specific and particular cause for that particular discomfort. If there is a particular reason behind it, we call it a disease. If there is no particular reason, we don't call it as a disease, we simply say that we are not feeling well or not feeling healthy. So with this we will complete this class, and we will continue this class next topic in the next class. Thank you students.